Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is August 15th, and it is time for the market overview. We'll be looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOI, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. Alright, we have all kinds of stuff to look at tonight. And we'll start off with the Dow. We did have a very positive day. Closed at the highs of the day. Nice, perfect green candle. No shadows, really. And it's just gorgeous. We've been talking about the short-term moving averages, how they were bubbly, wobbly, ugly, and would need to do a bubble correction, perhaps even a retest of the bearish bar at some point. And it looks like we are going to get one or both of those. Now we do have 3 green candles in a row. Does this mean that we're due for a small red candle or of some sort? Maybe. One really good thing today, the real body of the candle closed above these two right here. It didn't get above the shadow here, but the biggest thing was the real bodies here. So it does open the door for climbing to the top of these two candles. Now this is a big body candle. It should have some sort of resistance in the middle and at the top. So something to be aware of. In the middle is a little above 11,600. The top is barely shy of 11,900, which would coincide with a bar retest. On the short-term moving averages, we have a single crossover today, and hopefully we'll get some more of that in the next couple of days. You'll see the middle Bollinger Band line is going into the short-term moving averages. If it gets below them, that will be very positive. CCI almost to the neutral at 0. Stochastic getting high, almost into overbought. This is the only one that really has me a little bit looking around at this moment. Certainly the 14-day RSI moving average is in oversold area. CCI getting out of oversold, histogram ticking up, and we're getting the hook on the MACD. Over the next couple of days, maybe we'll get the cross, the bullish cross. Now, one thing I want to point out is the stochastic is very fast, and whether the 14-day RSI is going up, whether it's going down, the RSI moves through it, and when they're moving in tandem together, then that can help have a powerful move. And when they have counter moves from one another, I believe that's what this is going to be. It'll go up here high, maybe it'll hang out for a little while there, maybe it won't, and then it'll go back down, match up with the RSI moving average, and hopefully it'll be hooking up by that time, and then they can move back up again to get together. So this being high, when it decides to turn around, that would be natural for a pause or a stall out for the short term, unless everything just falls apart and this 14-day RSI moving average does not hook back up, and then we're in trouble. Also, we had the uptick from 4 days ago, giving us a target around about 11,800. This can still be achieved, however, 4 days have passed by. This is a failure of an uptick. The downward momentum at this point was still just too strong, and it was not able to turn around in time. However, we do have this second uptick, updated uptick, giving us a target just shy of 11,600 for a bubble corrective move, and we are very close to that. We're only 2 days into that uptick. We have 2 days remaining to fulfill it. Should be fulfilled. At that point, it'll be a matter of, are we going up for a bar retest or not? To that end, I'm going to look at black box number 1. These are based on adaptive moving averages. There has been one major change, which is the major trend has shifted, and it is now showing that we have re-entered the major trend. We're still outside of the minor trend. It has not turned around, it has not sloped. But we have re-entered the major trend, and if we are going for a test of its opposite channel line, we're looking right about 11,800, which does coincide with a bar retest. So we have some correlation. That's good. SPX. All right. This one has been moving. We do have this failure uptick going to 1250 roundabout, almost 1260, and we have the update up, the newer uptick going to 1220. 1220 is what I am looking for. If it decides to go beyond that, that is fantastic. We do have, just like the Dow, single crossover on the short-term moving averages. The middle Bollinger Band is going into the short-term moving averages. If you can get to the bottom of it, that'll be fantastic. CCI ticking up. Stochastic, just like the Dow, got to be watching out for that. RSI 14-day moving average way into oversold. Can go a little bit farther, but hopefully it will begin to turn very shortly. RSI getting out of the oversold area. Hook on the MACD, uptick on the MACD histogram, not too shabby. And moving right along, and this was a very beautiful green candle closing at the highs of the day and exceeding the real bodies of these two candles back here, opening the door for a run at 12,600, with 1250 being the bar retest, 1220 being the bubble corrective move. So levels to watch out for. The VIX. Oh yeah, big red candle. We were talking about the downtick that we had over here. It has not been met. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a failure today. Just like the Dow, just like the S&P. We did have a Dow downtick on this day, 2 days ago. That was met today. So, bubble fixed. CCI almost to 0. RSI 14-day moving average very high. If this does turn over and start sloping down, that's very good. Stochastic still descending, not too close to the oversold area, but not too far either. RSI clicking down, MACD clicking down, histogram clicking down. Be very interesting to see if we do get the cross on the Dow, SPX, and VIX, and how that will affect the actual price. Alright, XOI. Beautiful candle. We had the uptick from 3 days ago. It's almost there. It has another 2 days actually to reach it. It was done on this day, so 1, 2, and then we have 3 and 4. So very close. CCI ticking up. Stochastic getting high. RSI and oversold. 14-day moving average, that is. RSI itself getting out from under oversold. Uptick on the MACD and the histogram. TNA, another pretty candle. It is lagging the Dow and SPX. The big blue chips are leading the way. And we still have 2 days for our uptick, which is set at about 57.50. Can it go that far in 2 days? Well, that would be a really big move. I hope that it does, but CCI ticking up. Stochastic, more room to move than the Dow and the SPX. 14-day RSI moving average way oversold. RSI itself still oversold. Uptick on the histogram, uptick on the MACD. Not bad. About to have a single cross on the short-term moving averages. Middle Bollinger Band line going into the short-term moving averages. Can it get to the bottom? We shall see. UUP. Ooh! Big gap down. Getting close to the lower Bollinger Band. Not a candle of any significance. We had talked over the last few days about the ugliness of the short-term moving averages, how they were just hanging out below the bearish bar, and they could sit there, but certainly it was ugly. Well, now today we had the down move away from the bar. CCI pretty low. Stochastic ticking down. RSI 14-day moving average leveling out. RSI itself leveling out. Downtick on the histogram and the MACD, perhaps getting a bearish cross tomorrow. And its sister, FXE. Ooh, well, there's a little bit of a warning sign. Big gap, green, outside the Bollinger Band. Ugh. You can see from history that although it can push the Bollinger Band up, typically it doesn't do so for very long. Outside of it, didn't close outside of it, down, outside of it, down. So tomorrow maybe we will have a red candle on FXE. But the bigwigs in Europe are meeting tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen? Euro bonds are being talked about, and there's the for and against camps. I don't know. CCI very high, probably in anticipation of that meeting. Stochastic going up, along with the 14-day RSI moving average, just a tiny click up. RSI itself getting to 50 and neutral, uptick on the MACD and the histogram. All right, GLD, our second VIX. Ooh, this is kind of contradictory. Big green candle. We still have the very slight downtick. We still have 3 days for it to complete. CCI very high, right at the 100 line. RSI 14-day moving average very high, waiting for it to decide to go down. Stochastic going down. RSI still overbought. Downtick on the histogram and uptick on the MACD itself. Contradictory. Yeah, I don't like this one bit. This is it's contradicting itself along with the rest of the market, the VIX most notably. I really don't care for this movement today. SLV, spinning top. However positive, it would appear to be bouncing off the bullish bar. Uptick on CCI, uptick on stochastic, downtick on the 14-day RSI moving average, neutral on RSI, and slight uptick on the MACD and histogram. This one I actually like better than the gold chart because this is bouncing off of the bar rather than just running away from it. And the spinning top also leads, it makes more sense with the mixture of the secondary indicators. So tomorrow is a big day. It will have a giant NDE in the form of the Euro talks, which will move the market. I'll be watching closely and we'll see what happens. But overall, things look decent for the moment, and I am not expecting some gigantic move. Looking at the Bollinger Bands, I mean, look at this spread way down here at 10,600 and the upper at just shy of 12,500. This is a huge range with the Bollinger Bands, and I am not expecting any kind of a run at the moment up to the top Bollinger Band line or any craziness like that. We'll be lucky to get a test of the bar, which is completely reasonable, but much more likely I'm looking for a bubble corrective move and not making any real decisions until that point, which is 12:20, and see what it looks like then. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.